Hey, what's going on, my friend? Welcome to another episode of Unlocking Excellence with your main man, Coach Eric Schwafel, coming at you today with vision. We're going to be talking about vision and we're going to be talking about goals. So, before we dive into it, if you are not already, please like and subscribe this podcast. It's going to be great, right? I want to make sure that you know every time that this comes up, and it's a way that we can interact with each other and have just better lives, right? And one way that you can do that too is by sharing this bad boy out. So if you got something out of this, please share it on your social media, whatever it might be. And I would love if you could tag me, whether you are on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Parler, Snapchat. I'm trying to think if there are any others. Please feel free to tag me, share this out, and let others know. It would be awesome. So without further ado, let's dive into today's episode. It is all about vision and goals. Yeah, buddy. So check it out. We are in December, early December of 2020, and it has been a hell of a year. We'll do a recap year of 2020 here in a little bit. But what today is going to be about is all about vision. Dun, dun, dun. So something that was studying at the beginning of the year was called NLP, so neuro-linguistic programming. If you've listened to a few of our older episodes, then you've heard me mention this a couple of different times. And it is just phenomenal, right? Neuro-linguistic programming is a system of theories and strategies that are used in order to help bring about desired results through associating and linking the thoughts and the words of a person and their body language together. You see 55%, I believe it's 55% of the language that we speak is nonverbal. Something like 38% is through our tone, and 7% is the actual words we use. So a lot of the communication that we're engaging in right now is just simply through the tone of my voice and the words. But you might be able to tell what my body language is like, but more than likely, you'd be able to tell if maybe I was talking like this and it was slow, and you'd be able to get an idea of where I was at in life and just how things were. So with tone, you'll really be able to determine what is going on with a person, how they're feeling, what are they actually trying to convey, if they're scared, if there's all sorts of different things, right? So with 2021 right around the corner, we got a month. We got maybe by the time this will come out, anywhere between 3 weeks to a month, something like that left. So what we want to do is we want to start focusing on our vision. What do you want 2021 to look like? 2020 probably didn't look like what you thought it would look like, right? And that's okay. That's totally okay. The reason why it may not have looked that way is because of the freaking coronavirus and everything else that happened. And there's just so much. We'll cover it a little bit later. But there's so much that happened. So one way that we can gain back control of our lives and we can gain back control of 2021 is going to be to figure out what is it that we want out of the different areas of our life. So for this, I'm going to go step by step through. I'm going to list every single one. We'll go over step by step of each and every single one of them. And then I'll list them all again at the end, just in case you didn't have a chance to write it down, right? So if you are not driving, I encourage you to write these areas down, and then from there, write out a vision and goals for each particular one. So the first one's health and fitness. Then there's your intellectual life. From there, there's your emotional life, your character, your spiritual life, your love relationships, your life vision, your quality of life, your career, your financial life, your social life, and if you're a parent, for parenting. So I'm going to go through those each individually, and then I'll go over them again at the end in a row like that. So with this, right, your vision, what's your vision for health and fitness? What does that look like? Now, I'm not talking about specifics at this moment. Maybe you're a specific person. You can make it look like that too, right? Like 2 to 3 times a week, weightlifting, you can go really detailed. But the thing that I'm asking for here is, how are you going to feel? What does it look like? What does it feel like, your health and fitness? Are you fit? Are you lean? What size clothes do you wear? How do you feel? What kind of food choices do you make? How does food make you feel? What do you look like? How do others look at you? How do you look at yourself? And you can start asking those types of questions, right? Is there a particular event that you want to do? Do you want to run? Do you want to weight lift? What is it that, and how does that look like? With your intellectual life, if you're not in school anymore, that's totally okay. Does it mean that you're reading books? Does it mean that you're engaging with other people, that you're in a book club, that you're in some type of mastermind? Is it going back to school? How is it that you're going to improve your intellectual life? And what do you want it to look like in this coming year? And then for your emotional life, right? What does that look like? Is it going to a counselor? Is it developing emotional intelligence, reading books? Is it getting more intimate with yourself or getting more emotionally intimate with a partner? With your character, now this is a big one, building your character. So placing yourself in situations that you might actually enjoy and placing yourself in situations where you're going to grow. So maybe this is associated with health and fitness, right? You want to develop character, you want to develop discipline, you want to develop commitment and consistency. So you're going to do that by going to the gym, right? You can combine these as well because they build on top of each other. You have your spiritual life, and with your spiritual life, what does that look like? Is that going to church more often? Is that meditating? Is that reading your holy book? Whatever it might be, is it expanding upon the universe and what it actually means to be a part of the universe? You get to define these things. With your love relationship, this is the big one, right? I would first start with the relationship with yourself and then go to the relationship with another. What I've learned is that if you will not have a decent relationship or a phenomenal, let's not even say decent, let's say a phenomenal, heart-busting, just so loving you can't stand it relationship if you don't first have that with yourself. Your life vision, what do you want for the rest of your life? How many years do you have left? This is something to talk about. I was on a coaching call and somebody said, I'm 65 and I realize the long end of the stick is behind me and I have the short end in front of me now, but it feels like I'm just getting started. So with that, be sure that you have your vision in mind and that you get out and you do what you want to do, or you be who you want to be. We have a limited number of years on this planet, and we want to make sure that we're enjoying every single one of them, right? Every single one. With that, you have your quality of life. What do you want the quality of your life to be like? Do you want to be worried about money? Do you want to be able to buy what you want when you want? Do you want to be able to travel and just be? These are things to think about and to design because you are in control of your life. You have 100% responsibility. That can lead us into our financial life, right? What kind of money do you want? What kind of money do you have? Where are you spending your money now? How are you spending your money? Where do you want to spend your money in the future? What are you going to do to save? Are you preparing for your kids? Are you preparing for yourself? Do you have a 401k? Do you have a retirement fund? Do you have insurance? Where is all this money going? Right? One of the ways, do you have enough money coming in? Do you want more money coming in? How can you get more money to come in? What kind of side hustle can you do, right? With your career, is it satisfying? Is it fulfilling? Does it light you up? Is it something that you want to do? Or is it something that you're just doing because you're looking to get money on the table, right? Is it something that you're doing because you feel like it's probably the good thing, but when you're there, all you do is eat shit food, complain, and then, wonder when you can go home? Really start to get clear on what you want out of your life, y'all. And last but not least, it's social life and it's parenting. So with social life, one of the things that we can do is really evaluate how much time do we need. Something that I myself struggle with is how much time do I dedicate into my social life? Because me, I'm a pretty big introvert, right? I'm an only child. So for me, I've learned to enjoy being by myself, and I've learned to take care of myself in the sense of, you can be alone and you'll be all right. So with that, it's a struggle for me to actually get out and to be more social than the average person, I would say, because I enjoy being alone. And I'm one of those types of people as well that I give a lot whenever I'm out and about. So I love to have my batteries recharged. And one of the ways that I recharge my batteries is through alone time and through breathing and through resting and through meditation. And it can be challenging if somebody is around in order to get those things in, right? And last but not least, parenting. What type of parent do you want to be? How do you want your kid to act? How do you want your kid to show up? Those are all questions that you can ask yourself, and you can really determine if it's how you can show up. And of course, with all of these, once you have your vision and once you have your goals set up, right? Your vision is kind of is the direction that you want to head to. The goals, it's the reverse engineering. It's the specific steps that you're going to take to move forward towards those. So if your vision is to have a healthy, lean, athletic body, how are you going to do that? The goal is to lose X amount of weight, to work out X amount of times per week, and et cetera. You move on. So the question that I can ask you, because if you have the vision, but you're having trouble getting the goals or the first steps, the question that you can ask yourself is, what am I going to do about it? Right? I want to have a better spiritual life. I want to have, that connection with myself and with my higher source. What are you going to do about it? How are you going to make that come about? Because nobody else can do it for you, right? What we're perceiving right now is us. We're not perceiving anybody else's reality but our own. So if we want to be happy, then we've got to make ourselves happy. If we want to be rich, we're the ones who make ourselves rich, right? You get what I'm saying? It clicked for me right then. Hopefully it clicked for you. We're the one who gives ourselves sadness. We're the one who gives ourselves pain most of the times, right? And unless somebody stabs us, then, our body feels pain. But we're the one that gives ourselves sorrow. We're the ones that gives ourselves pleasure. We're the one that gives ourselves understanding. We're the one that gives ourselves acceptance. It's the interpretations that we use and we choose as we go all through this that make the difference. So just remember as you are, phone call just came up. Just remember as you are interpreting, right, you're also deciding the way that it's going to be. So we want to make sure that we're coming from possibility each and every time. And what I mean by coming from possibility is, I don't have the money, I can't go to the gym. No. It's possible to go for a walk outside. It's possible to do exercises outside where you don't need a gym. But I don't know what I'm doing. There's no other way that I can do it. I can't hire a trainer. No. You can go to Google and YouTube and you can learn a whole bunch of shit from Google and YouTube for free. It's just about being willing enough to transform. Transformation does not tolerate mediocrity. It requires attention, it requires effort, and it requires resilience and persistence. So give that to yourself. Hold yourself accountable. Allow yourself to be responsible and reap the results. You got this. You're unstoppable. You know it. I know it. We just got to be able to believe it within ourselves and to be able to get over the hump of the emotional pain. Ride the wave, baby. So with that being said, I love you. I hope that you have a great day. It's great being back and talking with you again. I've missed you. So with that being said, if you enjoyed today's show, please go ahead and share that out. I would love to be able to reach more people. Depending on what platform you're on, just tag me. It's usually at Schwefel Strength or Schwefel_strength, something like that. You'll see me. I have a unique name. And with that being said, have a wonderful, go rate and review this, man. I know that you haven't done it yet. So if you haven't done it yet, go ahead and do that. And thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. I'll talk to you soon. Peace.